Have you ever wondered what it takes to get an entire country talking about the exact same thing at the exact same time? Well, today we're going to break down a fascinating case study where sports, timing, and, believe it or not, traffic jams all came together to create one massive national trend.
So let me start by asking you this. Picture it. It's December 19th, 2025. What one thing could possibly be so big that it has an entire country completely hooked? I'm talking every single conversation, every social media feed, laser focused. Well, we're about to find out.
And look, this isn't just a guess. We've got the receipts, the digital breadcrumbs from Google Trends, the buzz on social media, news reports. They all tell the exact same story. They all point to one single unavoidable headline.
And here it is. The #1 story was Gilas Pilipinas, back on top, reclaiming their throne in Southeast Asian basketball. Now, for a country where basketball is basically a religion, this was absolutely monumental. But trust me, the headline itself, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, let's get to the real heart of it all. The celebration was all about a double victory. This wasn't just one win. Oh no, it was a spectacular golden sweep all in a single day that sent the entire country into a frenzy. 2. That's the magic number. 2 gold medals in what was just an incredible feat. Both the men's and the women's national teams won their tournaments on the very same day. That is a truly historic moment in Philippine sports.
And check this out. The Gilas women's team, they didn't just win. They were an absolute force of nature. They completed a flawless, undefeated 4-0 run to take home the gold. Just unstoppable.
And this was no walk in the park either. It was a total nail-biter of a final. They clinched the gold by beating the host nation, Thailand, in a super tense 73-70 game. You can just imagine the whole country holding its breath, followed by this absolute explosion of joy.
Now, let's talk about the men's victory, because it was just dripping with history. This wasn't just another gold medal, it was their 20th in the Southeast Asian Games. 20! This was a powerful statement that, yep, they were back on top, reclaiming their legacy of dominance in the region.
But this basketball mania didn't just happen in a vacuum. There was this spark, a crucial moment just one day earlier that really lit the fuse of national pride and created the perfect viral momentum. Let's dig into that catalyst.
You see, the atmosphere in the country was already electric. You could just feel this buzz of anticipation, a sense that something really special was happening in Philippine sports. And it was all thanks to a huge win on a completely different kind of court.
26 years. Just let that sink in for a second. For over a quarter of a century, the nation had been waiting for this one moment, a long, long-awaited victory that finally happened, and it perfectly set the stage for everything that came next.
And the hero of that moment was tennis superstar Eala. On December 18th, she shattered that 26-year drought and won the gold in women's singles. Her historic win just created this massive wave of national pride that was still at its peak when the Gilas finals happened the very next day.
All right, so now let's shift gears. We need to look away from the sports arena and out onto the streets, because on that same day, millions of people were in this unique situation that created a massive captive audience for all this drama.
You had this perfect storm of events. First, the annual holiday exodus. Millions of Filipinos are traveling for the holidays, and what's everyone doing? They're glued to their phones for updates. At the exact same time in the capital, the Metro Manila Film Festival parade caused epic gridlock. We're talking massive traffic jams, leaving tons of people stuck in their cars, also glued to their phone.
And this quote from a media analysis just hits the nail on the head. This wasn't just a coincidence, it was a force multiplier. That holiday travel rush directly caused a massive spike in mobile traffic. And pretty much everyone was searching for one thing: live updates on the Gilas games.
All right, so we've laid out all the pieces of the puzzle, right? The amazing sports wins, the tennis catalyst, and this huge captive audience. Now let's put it all together and look at the anatomy of this perfect viral storm.
So here it is, the recipe for how this all happened. Step 1, you have the catalyst. Eala's win lights that fire of national pride. Step 2, the epicenter. Gilas comes in with that thrilling 1-2 punch of double gold. Step 3, the amplifier. A whole nation on the move, stuck on their phones. And what's the result? A perfect viral storm of shared victory that was just impossible to miss.
At the end of the day, this was so much bigger than just a sports win. It really became this powerful unifying moment. And it happened right at the peak of the holiday season, a time that's all about togetherness anyway.
It was this rare collective experience of pure joy and pride for the whole country.
So this whole story leaves us with a pretty interesting question, doesn't it? We just saw how technology and perfect timing can bring an entire nation together around one single event. It really makes you wonder, in this world where we're all constantly connected, what's going to be the next great moment that unifies all of us?